Even when it don't feel right, I still wanna party with her. Even when it don't feel right, you know I'ma party with her, with her, with her. She be calling on a Monday, wanna meet on Tuesday, asking me to fix me up real nice. She can wait until the weekend, she wants off the deep end, telling me to bring the stuff I like. I don't wanna let her down, so I'm telling her yes. Though I'm kinda down from the pain in my chest, but I'm putting that aside now. I'ma feel her right now, happy from the stuff I know she likes. I've been trying my luck every day of the week, yeah. With my baby, what's up? Ay, always down every week, yeah. Know I love her too much, but I just can't get enough. She's slipping through the cracks, coming blood. She know what's up, can't get enough. Yeah, even when it don't feel right, I still wanna party with her. Oh yeah. Even when it don't feel right, you know I'ma party with her, with her, with her. We been chilling on the Wednesday, slept until it's Thursday. She don't wanna leave me, not just yet. Told me all about last Friday, when she went all crazy. Didn't go to bed till Saturday. I don't wanna go out, so I asked her to stay. Though she broke my heart in a million ways, but I'm putting that aside now. I'ma feel alright now, happy just as long as she's with me. I've been trying my luck every day of the week, yeah. With my baby, what's up? Always down every week, yeah. Know I love her too much, but I just can't get enough. She's slipping through the cracks,
is going on? What is going on? You know, YouTube is funny. Not one, but two YouTubers have done videos talking about Trump resigning at like 7:30, 7:40 tonight. And if you know anything about Trump, he's going to go down kicking and screaming. He ain't going to resign. And it's what people will do for views, man. It just cracks me up because Trump ain't resigning. He ain't resigning. I mean, it just is crazy. It is crazy what they are doing. Meet Kevin and Morris Invest is funny. All right. Today I had a few consults and it got me to thinking. What people need to do to win in 2021. And I was thinking, like, let me explain what's going on with me. I took a break about almost 3 weeks. Only thing I didn't take a break from was alternate day fasting. I actually lost weight during the holidays, but I stopped working, gave my assistant the week off, and I stopped working out. So I am, the day I did the treadmill, I did chest and back. I really didn't want to work out today. I mean, taking a break, waking up when I want to, lounging in bed to 10 o'clock, that felt so good. But today I got up 8 o'clock, got on the treadmill, ran some errands, did some stuff, then came back, did the chest workout. And the whole time, I didn't really want to do it. I just forced myself to do it because this isn't going to show up for about 3 weeks. 3 weeks is when I'm going to really feel the effects of today. But 3 weeks in the future is not going to happen if I didn't do what I did today. And this is one of the things that so many people fail to grasp, because you've got to start doing tiny little things each and every day to be successful long term. Like, the alternate day fasting. I started that October. So November was the first month. December was the second month. And today is the end of the third month of alternate day fasting. And I'm down 30 pounds. But today wouldn't have happened without October. It wouldn't have happened without October. And this is the thing that so many people, because I'm doing a lot of pretty much Wayman Brown. He ain't resigning. Habits become routine. So I'm in the habit, because like this week is going to be tough. I'm going to have to force myself to work out this week. I'm going to have to force myself to work out next week. And then the third week, it'll get easier because I'm reestablishing the habit. And this is one of the things, because like today I had 3 consult calls that were really, really good. Got some hard charging entrepreneurs who are doing some stuff. They actually did their homework, got things going. And one of the things that was a common theme was how to get customers, how to, because essentially, let's talk about trucking. Everybody's getting in trucking. And this, one of my consults, he was in trucking. He said something that was only an insider. He said that the big trucking companies are taking a hit because of all of these smaller trucking companies that are coming to the market. He said they're starting to feel it. You're starting to feel it. I mean, it is funny. I drink a lot of water, whole bunch of water. And right now, trucking is a very sexy, trendy business, and a lot of people are getting into trucking. A lot of people are getting into trucking. I'm not getting into trucking. It's just not my thing. Loving the thumbnail. Because essentially, 2021 for many people is going to be a repeat of 2020. The pandemic ain't going nowhere. We're going to see this again, and we're going to see better preparations because the NBA, the NFL, college football have all went through this, and they've got their protocols in place. So how does one get the image on the thumbnail as a representation of their real life? Because one of the things that's going to happen, because I was just doing some consult calls and was just talking. Today was a really good day. It was a energetic day, had a lot of positivity. And one of the things that you're going to have to do to win in 2021 is take action. You're going to have to come out of that planning phase, that research phase. You're going to have to come out of that, and you're going to have to actually start taking action to get on the playing field. Do it, Johnny Walton. Do it, man. Do it. Because one of the things is, like, this is one of the, someone else like Johnny Walton, he wants to get out of trucking. And actually, during our consulting, I said, trucking. That's all you know. I know you want to get out of it. You're tired of driving that truck, the long hours, being away from home. But why don't you take that knowledge you have and start a trucking company? And he actually took the advice. He bought another truck. He hired a driver. And pretty much the first 9 months of the year, he's not going to make any money because he wants to pay that truck off. But once that truck is paid off, then he's going to be making some good money. Because, we had a conversation because something that I haven't shared with y'all, like the real estate thing isn't as appealing to me as it once was. Because, we had this conversation because, with real estate, people are buying rentals and they're cash flowing 100, 200, 300 bucks per month. And if they have anything that goes wrong with that tenant, then they don't have no cash flow. Then they're responsible for that mortgage. And he was just like, I did the math on this truck, and this $40,000 truck is, this $40,000 truck is going to cash flow better than the rental property. It's going to cash flow better than the rental property. So it's very interesting. All right. Took action. Appreciate that. You got to take action. So we were sitting there crunching the numbers during the consult call, and he gets 3 trucks. These 3 trucks, even with a driver, are going to cash flow better than if he had taken that same money and got a piece of real estate. The only way the truck is not going to cash flow better than the real estate, if he could have, he bought one piece of real estate and he paid cash for it, and he gets $825 per month. So that's going to be like $10,000 a year. And it's going to take 4 years for that property to completely pay itself off and become a cash cow. Airbnb is a better cash flow than a rental. I mean, this is one of the things I'm thinking about because, like, I'm going to keep it a buck. The money I made selling the corporate toolbox, it made the rental income look like chump change. Because one of the things that I was thinking, like, all right, I'm going to have to take 400, because I wasn't going to go for the low rental market. I was going to go for the the beginning of the upscale rental market. I was going to buy a property for $430,000, and then this property was going to make $3,500 to $3,800 per month, which is $40,000 a year, which it's going to take 10 years for the property to pay itself. And I was just like, so if I do real estate, I'm probably going to do Airbnb because I can get 3x what I would get in rent. So if I can do 9,000 to 10,000 a month, that's way more attractive than 3,800. So I got a whole bunch of reconsideration to do. That's why I don't care for the idea of renting out properties that have mortgages. If your tenant breaks their leg and goes on worker comps and gets fired, you're screwed. I mean, many people found that out last year of renting real estate. I don't really know. I can't say one way or the other. I've never appealed or gone for government contracts, but we don't know. Don't know. But I'm rethinking everything because during the consults, we got into a lot of what I'm doing and, long-term planning. If you want to be successful, you got to make plans. You got to make plans, man. And I'm looking at copying Dave Ramsey because like this said, this whole month of January is just getting back on track for me. I got to get back on track with my workouts. I got to get back on track with my business. I got to get back on track on a lot of stuff. And there's many things I'm setting up. If you've noticed, the look and feel of Savage Finance has changed. Working on that. That came from the videos I was doing for Disruptive Mail. Some of those videos have taken off. So I kind of brought that look and feel to Savage Finance. This channel, look and feel, has changed. So I'm really working on a lot of kinks because one of the things that I'm planning on doing this year is running paid traffic. And this is one of the things I've been researching this for months, and probably the last week of the month or the 1st of February, you'll probably start to see the first ads because I got a lot of stuff to do before I start running the traffic. And this is one of the things that I want you guys to understand is before you start running traffic, before you start doing this, there's a whole lot of work you got to do. Like that whole thing. I've lost 30 pounds doing alternate day fasting, but I started that in October. You got to, there's an origination point of when you start changing your behavior. I've changed my behavior. I've changed what I eat. I changed how much I eat, and it reflected in me losing 33 pounds. And now, my goal is to get down to NFL running back size, which is 225 to 230-ish. So I'm currently 248. So we're going to see what another 8 pounds will do. We will see. But one of the things that you guys have got to understand is tiny little habits can move mountains. Like, I don't have a spoon here, but let's just say this can of air was a spoon. All right. So if you went to a hill of dirt and you only had this spoon to move this hill of dirt, if you showed up every day with that spoon and moved dirt, eventually that hill of dirt would be gone. But it's going to take time. And this is how I want you guys to look at long-term overarching success. I want you to look at it as moving a hill of dirt with a spoon. If you show up every day with your spoon, move a little dirt consistently. Because see, this is the thing. Because during my alternate day fasting thing, it kind of stalled out from about a month. I didn't really lose any weight, and it was weird. And I realized I had to start eating more so I could lose weight. It was kind of, shocking revelation. It was really shocking for me to understand, to acknowledge that I had to lose weight to jumpstart the weight loss. I had to eat more food to jumpstart the weight loss again. And it's about tiny little tweaks here and there, a tweak here, a tweak there. And one of the things you need to do, which I am struggling with right now, I am struggling with getting up. Like when I first started on YouTube, I used to get up at 4:30 and do the morning AM hustle. I did that for years. Now, man, it's a struggle to get out of the bed before 8 o'clock because it's so comfortable. I got this bamboo mattress. It's just so comfortable. It's hard to get out of bed. It is hard to get out of bed. So what I got to do this month is reestablish my morning routine. Like today was a win. Today I did the treadmill. Today I worked out. Today I ran errands. Today I did a video. And, I'm going to watch the football game tonight. And then tomorrow, my goal is if I can get up at 7. I'm doing little tweaks. I got up at 8 today. Tomorrow, if I can get up at 7 and go ahead and get on the treadmill, start my day with my routine and get things going. They closed Trump's store. Get out of here. So one of the things that I want you guys to understand is to be successful is going to take you doing things on a daily and consistent basis. Because, let's talk about the Craigslist marketing system. It took me about 4 months to get that built out. And what did I do? I wrote ads, and then I tracked the ads, and I saw what happened or what didn't happen with the ads, and then I did little tweaks. And essentially when I nailed it down, because G-Rod, I have a pest control that gives me nice cash flow. G-Rod, you need to hire people. You need to hire people. That's what you need to do. Yeah, it's a struggle because it's winter. The bed's so nice and toasty, and and one of the things that helped me is I leave the heat on downstairs in the gym area because that was like going down there because essentially I spend most of the time here on the main level, and I'll go downstairs and it'd be like, "Rrr." And I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave the heat on, and that has helped me. A little tweak. It is it's a different kind of animal, that internet money. So we will see, because one of my things about $430,000 is a lot of money, and my goal was to get 4 properties, so that was going to be close to 2 mil, and 2 million making let's see, 2 million. Let's see, 38, 76, 2 million generating 15,000 per month is 150 is $180,000 a year. And it's going to take 10 years for that $180,000 to repay that 2 million and turn into a cash cow. So I'm just looking at that and I'm just sitting there like, it's hard, man. It's hard. I struggle with getting out of bed before 7 a.m., but I need to get up by 4 a.m. to get things done. Hey, I know nothing about ClickBank. I can't really speak on ClickBank. I've heard of it, but I've never done anything with ClickBank. Know nothing about it. We're going to talk about that in some upcoming trainings, 89 Dr. Funk. Actually, this is a funny story. Like, someone from the boarding house actually was my roommate when I was in East Point. But other than him, I've not run into anyone from the boarding house days. Not no one, no one. But I'm just confessing my sins, my struggles here, what I'm doing to get back on track, what I'm doing to get little things, because I know it all starts with your routine and it starts with your habits. Like, before I took a break, because I had like a little tweak here. I had a little, nothing serious, but little nagging injuries that I needed to take some time off from working out so they can heal up, and they've healed up, and I'm getting back to it. So another 2 weeks of this, and then it'll become a habit, and I'll because the treadmill was rough. The treadmill was rough because just because one of the things, a little tweak, what I do is I take my iPad and I put it up there and I watch videos while I'm on the treadmill. So that helps me do the treadmill because I'm up to 50 minutes a day, and it's going to become an hour. William Brown, you're a different animal. Well, I'm not ready to do that because I'm just sitting here just thinking, what am I going to do? I think what's going to win is Airbnb, because I've met some people who have Airbnb businesses. We've talked about it, and they've been fine during the pandemic. They've been fully booked, and they have 20 Airbnb houses. So yeah, and this is a decision that came because I used to work out at a gym, and I got disrespected, and I was like, I'm not going to be paying $160 a month to get disrespected. And I actually signed up for month to month, so I just went ahead and quit. They tried to charge me again, and I was like, nope, month to month. That's why I chose the extra. You lose more weight doing 30 minutes a hit than running 50 minutes on a treadmill. Well, treadmill's working for me. I've lost 33 pounds, so that's working for me. I hurt my foot, but it's better now, so I need to get back to my 4 a.m. walks. Yeah. One of the things I used to do was walking, but, it's just getting that habit together. Because essentially, G-Rod, you're going to have to become a manager. You're going to have to hire people to free yourself, because right now you're self-employed. You don't really have a true business, because anything happens to you, your cash flow stops. Whereas if you had a team of 5 workers, whether you got up or not, you still made money. Dude went off on me. I don't know what, he was up in his feelings. He just went off on me. It was the weirdest thing. And I was just like, okay. So I was out. Because see, once the thing is, when you get a little money and you get a certain lifestyle, you just don't tolerate certain things. You don't tolerate like being talked to a certain way. Like, I don't know what it is like to work in a bad work environment. I have no clue to what that's like. I don't work with people I don't want to work with. I don't entertain. I don't have office pop. I don't know what that feels like. And I know that many, many people are going through that. Mike Tyson was up to 330 pounds. Wow. You mean his wife told him to do 15 minutes a day on the treadmill? He eventually went up to 2 hours a day and he lost 115 pounds. Hey, the treadmill works. It's just being on there. Yet, I don't really dress up for work. It is what it is. I think intermittent fasting, alternate day fasting is great. It's great. Nope, I don't have any course on how to use irrevocable trust. I believe you should set goals, but you should also have behavior that influences those goals. Like I said, I'm getting ready to start running paid traffic, and everything I do is, I've turned off because I had the ad blocker on this channel, and I've just turned it off and I started watching a bunch of ads to see what works, what doesn't work. Isn't that Dr. Funk? That's really good. Lavaris, I do the treadmill in the fastest state. You telling me stuff I already know. When I do the treadmill, I do either a 24-hour fast or I'll do a 48-hour fast, and I work out while fasting. And this is how I lost a lot of weight. I don't know what it's like, because back then when I was creating a life of design and intent, this lifestyle that I have is one that I created. This wasn't an accident, because after the storage auction days, man, I love the storage auctions, but I hated the traffic. I hated the traffic. The traffic was redunculous. And I was like, I don't want to deal with traffic. And this is one of the things that moved me to the internet. 9,000, or you can get on the payment plan. Because one of the things that got me here was, back when I used to do AM hustle at 4:30 in the morning, and I had people up with me. This is one of the strangest things about YouTube. Whenever I've had a few videos on Savage Finance that released at 12 p.m. at night, and I woke up and they had like 900 views. People were up watching them. I just drink water. Yeah, because essentially, I'm in the process of programming myself for success. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but my goal is to write 2 books. Good Lord, all these spam calls. My goal is to write 2 books and bring in an editor for Savage Finance. So I got a lot of stuff I got to do this year. And I know that my holiday break, Glendon, ain't going to get it done. That dude be getting up at 10 o'clock in the morning, be going to bed early, just be rolling. Just be rolling. So I got to go ahead and establish, a habit of getting up early. I might get back to getting up at 6 in the morning, working out, because working out is a big part of my day. And if I can work out before I start working, that's going to burn a lot of calories. That's going to get me mentally where I need to be for my work day. Yeah, that would be crazy. You got to hire people, Justin Henry. Congratulations. That's going to pay off, because essentially in the beginning, it's going to kind of hurt. But as you go along, further and down the road, it's going to start to pay off. Man, we got people working all kind of hours here. I mean, the seasons of life, because essentially I used to have no problem getting up at 4:30 in the morning. Now, bah humbug, you know? Yeah, the Rock is in amazing shape. So the goal is to get to this treadmill, I'm up to 50 minutes a day, get it to an hour a day, and then also work out and keep the alternate day fasting. Because what happened is I should be in the like maybe 230 by the end of February. So we will see how that go. And Justin Henry, like I said, you buy capacity in advance of the result, meaning that you spend that bread, hire those people, get them trained up, and then about a month or two later, you'll start to see the more productivity and results. That's interesting. I do my cardio in the morning. I mean, it's no limit. It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle. All right. That's how you build a business, Muhammad. Dang, 5:45 a.m. You good. Thank you, Jay Will. You know, Elon Musk has now become the world's richest man. First, it was Bill Gates for the long time, then Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, then Jeff Bezos. Now Jeff Bezos is the world's second richest man. It's funny. All right, Johnny Walton driving those trucks. I mean, it's been cold this winter, man. Anthony Johnson, that's a good thing because I'm trying to, like, today was chest and back day, and it was a little bit of a struggle. All right, a lot of folks getting up early in the morning. Well, The Rock is like what, 6'4", almost 300 pounds, so he's going to need a lot of calories to maintain all that mass. So we will see because essentially there's a whole bunch of stuff to go. Tomorrow, 7 p.m., we've got a training. I got to get that set up. I'm sure that people been doing all kinds of stuff with that money. Things they weren't supposed to do with that money. They've been doing all kinds of stuff with that money. But, you know, being successful really starts with little small habits. Habits. Like, I'm a pretty clean person. My house will never look like an episode of Hoarders. It's just, I'm pretty clean. And how many folks lose their car keys all the time? I don't lose my car keys because I put them in the same place. They've been in the same place for years. I put them right there. And if they're moved, I know someone moved my keys. Yeah, Elon Musk is the richest man in the world now because of Tesla stock. But once again, it's about these little habits because essentially, to write these books, because you know, like I used to type all my books, right? I used to write for 3 hours a day every day. And I've just got too much going on. So what I'm going to do is get Naturally Dragon Speaking. It's a text to type software. And I'm going to talk the book out. And then I'm going to have an editor go over it because with the talking, you get some strange typos. Like, you know, where, WEAR, or it could be WERE, you know, that can come out. So I did notify the corporate office and the management, and I also stopped going to that gym. I don't know what that is, Sam Walton sundown rule. I have no clue. As soon as DoorDash went public, the data owners became billionaires. Hey, I was one of DoorDash's loyal customers. Man, during the pandemic, I was ordering from the Cheesecake Factory. Literally every day I was DoorDashing something. And you know what's funny? It's never the same DoorDasher. It's always someone different. They got like an army of those people. Yes, putting items in the same place is a representation of remaining organized. Yeah. Well, I've looked at because essentially Apple has a dictation function on all their products, but the problem with that is it has to go back to Apple, then it comes back to your computer, and it times out after a paragraph or something. With Naturally Dragon, you can speak for hours and it doesn't time out. So we will see. A lot of videos here on YouTube about DoorDash. But one of the things is because we're getting ready to, do some deep training because I'm getting ready to inform a bunch of people about something they don't know. So it's going to be interesting. How much stock did she get? How much stock did she get? Oh, dang. She got 60 billion in stock. She has a net worth of $60 billion. She is the 18th richest person in the world. So if Jeff Bezos still had that stock, Jeff Bezos' network. Yeah, he would be the world. He would be worth, if he was still married, he would be worth 240 billion. So yeah, you're right. You are right. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, sundown rule? No, I don't practice that. She got too much. She got a lot of money, man. Lex Luthor's finally taking a tumble. She got money, man. Nope. I don't do the journaling thing. I'm gonna bring that back though. Yep. But Naturally Dragon's pretty good at getting it about, it's like 90 something percent accurate. Second wealthiest woman in the world. Who's the first? Well, here's the issue with Jeff Bezos. He and Mackenzie was married like 20 some years. Typically, a prenup, an LLC, they ain't going to help you when you've been married that long. And they have 4 kids. So I don't think he had a problem giving up the money. People have fantasies over Oprah? Really? I don't care how much money Oprah has. I couldn't do that. I just couldn't do that. I remember there was a time that Jamie Foxx was on her show and people were talking about Oprah and Jamie Foxx. And I was like, Jamie ain't going to be tapping no Oprah. Jamie got millions of his own dollars. You know, he ain't Oprah rich, but Jamie rich. He ain't doing that. Jamie ain't gonna do that. I'm just sitting there like, these hobosexuals, man, these hobosexuals. I used the Mac because of the Mac ecosystem. Oprah got the wagon. Like I use Mac because essentially whenever I get a picture or an image or something, it goes up to the iCloud that keeps all my documents. Mac got me with the system. So if you're doing a lot of video editing, picture editing, creative stuff, you can't beat Macs. Slender Oprah. Alice Walton. This is something else. Go to the wealthy, the Walton family. If one of those people had all of that wealth, they would be the world's richest person. Nah, man, it ain't happening. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Jeff had a problem breaking her off because, she has four of his kids. And those four kids are going to inherit money from mom and dad. They're going to be, they're future billionaires. That's what's going to be happening. But, it all starts with little tiny habits that you go ahead and institute because, like, let me give you what my morning routine used to look like. I used to get up, I used to work out, and then I would write for 3 hours, and then I would produce videos. And, for me, I've always had control of my environment. So I can dictate how I want to do it, what I want to do it. And that's been a key. I mean, I've had control of my environment for last 12 years. It would be the Dave Chappelle's episode. That's funny. Couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. But I'm going to get back to my daily habits. Daily habits. Like the first thing I want to institute is the working out because, your health is your wealth. Your health is wealth. And I was looking at some of my older videos and I was just like, damn, dude, you were fat. It is what it is. Because, I was swole. I was like, benching like almost 400 pounds, squatting like 500 and doing all of the stuff. But my face was thicker than a Snickers bar. My face was thick. Yeah, we're going to get back to that. Still wasn't happening. Even though I was a scrub trying to holler at chicks from my best friend Rod, I still had game, man. I was still getting me some honeys up in the boarding house. Still had game. But one of the things is you got to establish a morning routine and you have to establish a nightly routine, things that you need to do. Like today, first thing I did was get on that treadmill. Then I washed some sheets. Then I ran to the bank. I had to go to the bank. I had to go get some other. I had to run like 6 errands. And I ran all my errands. Then I came back home. I made a video. And now I'm doing this live stream. And it is 7:34. And 8 o'clock, I'll be watching the college football playoffs. And hopefully Alabama will come through with a win tonight. And we will see. Flo Kendall, thanks for the $20 super chat. I have Dragons Naturally Speaking. I use it to transcribe coaching calls into books, and you can import audio. It will transcribe on your computer. Hey, it's a great tool. I've had it before, and I'm going to, and that's something that you just said that I plan on doing because with the coaching, I'm going to record the coaching conversation and also give it back because, I'm getting ready to enhance the coaching business. And that's a very good use of the Naturally Dragon. That is really, really, really good because I'm thinking about doing the podcast because, once again, I have to really sit down and think about where I'm going to put my time because, time is the most limited thing I have, but Flo Kendall, that's a good super chat. I appreciate that. And that's some good advice. No Limit, Earl Nightingale talks about that. 20 good ideals a day. It's in Lead to Field. That's where Michael Alter got it from. Earl Nightingale put that out in the 50s. Pretty much Earl Nightingale. Because see, this is the thing. Because people don't know who did it first. Someone can come along and do it and they think that was their ideal because people don't know history. But he got that from Earl Nightingale. So we're going to get the morning routine. We're going to, because essentially I have fired my editors because one of the things I noticed, even though the videos were being edited, they weren't doing as well. Like my best video on Savage Finance, my editors didn't do. I did that. So we're getting ready to do a lot of different stuff. We're getting ready to get into some things. I find it very easy, but this is something I've been doing for a long time. I have been reading books and then immediately applying what I read to my business. So it's a habit. Once again, talking about habits, these habits that you have. These habits will make you or break you. We will see, because essentially with Savage Finance for the whole month of February, they're going to be driving videos. And essentially what I'm doing is taking a picture of me holding a piece of paper with the title or whatever I want the thumbnail to say. So we will see how that goes. That's funny. I still actually don't really spend a lot of money. Like if I show y'all what's in my personal checking account, y'all be tripping out because I'm not really spending my paychecks. Per month, I don't spend a lot of money. And I spend money on what I need. Like once I start this paid traffic, I got a budget for that. I just don't really spend a lot of money. It's just not me. It's just not my, I spend, if I want something, I'll go out and get it. But on a month, I probably spend $7,000 any particular month. Like, except when I bought those 2 cars. That month I spent oh man, between the rims and other stuff, I spent like $250K. Plus my regular spending of $7,000. So I spent like $260. We will see, man. We will see. Because honestly, if the same team that played Clemson shows up, but that Clemson game was a lot of animosity because Clemson beat them last year. And I know that those kind of games could take a lot of emotion out of people. So we will see. No, that wasn't them. That was me. We will see because, at some point Nick Saban's leaving Alabama, and then we will see what happens. Because one of the things that gets me is every year we lose people. We lost the offensive coordinator. He went to Maryland, and Sark is now going to Texas. It's just like every year I'm like, damn. Kirby Smart actually was the assistant that stayed with Alabama the longest. He was with Alabama a long time. Well, we will see because essentially we're getting ready because essentially I'm creating budgets for future purchases and things I want to do. But it's all part of setting up these daily habits. And, I'm going to be talking more about this. The war's already started, man. 2020 was the beginning of the war because we're at war right now. There are many, many people who are going to have 2021 is going to be just as bad as 2020 was for some people. And I saw a video that was like, 2020 was horrible. 2020 wasn't horrible for me. One of the best years I ever had. Really, other than me going out and taking trips, that's the only thing that changed for 2020. I didn't go out as much and I didn't take any trips. I didn't go anywhere. That was the only thing that changed for me. But other than, working, producing, making money, that did not change in 2020 for me. Forex trading, this is where I'm at with Forex. I'm going to work on my business because one of the things that, with being successful, you got to focus. And, with the real estate and the Forex, I started to feel that my focus was becoming disrupted. And I was like, you know what? Focus on your business. And I'll probably start trading Forex this summer because I got a lot of stuff I need to do for my business. And I don't really see taking the time because essentially just from a casual observation, you got to spend a lot of time studying Forex. And I'm in a position where, okay, where's my time best spent? If I write a book, I'm going to sell a book, I'm going to make some money. Or I could be over here monkeying around with Forex and I'm looking at a 2 to 3 year learning curve. And I'm just like, you know what? Do what you're doing. Focus on your business. Focus on what your plans, and then do Forex later. So that's my plan. So we will see. Like I said, well, I can. I've known Alabama without Saban. I know what those years would be like. But eventually he's going to go. He is going to be 70. Nick Saban. He is either 69 or 70. He is 69 years old. And let's see, when is his birthday? They don't have his birthday. So we will see. Let's see. Oh, he just turned 69. He was born October 31st, 1951. He's a Halloween baby. I already talked about that. If they were black, they would have been shot. This is it, Rod, for real estate. This is what I'm talking about. I think 2020 is going to suck for most people with only a job. Pretty much. Larry Scott, thanks for $10 super chat. How many hours a day you got to work to be elite? It's not how many hours a day you work. It's how much you get done when you do work. There's a really subtle, there's some people who can work 8 hours. All right, look, before we have this conversation, Larry Scott, what is work? Like when I started to work, when I would sit down, when I would get up and work out, and then I would and I would write and I would produce. When I started to work and produce, my wealth grew. So there's work and there's actually getting stuff done. So how many things you can get done during the time that you work is very important. I'm not even messing around with Bitcoin because I haven't said nothing and Bitcoin crashed. Bitcoin has crashed and I have said nothing. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait. Well, I think, I don't think we're going to have martial law, but that vaccine is going to be mandatory. 89 Dr. Funk, we can hope. Yes, self-help, absolutely. Romance brings in a lot of money too. So we will see. Like I said, y'all know how I feel about Bitcoin. I don't hate Bitcoin. I hate the cult of Bitcoin that surrounds Bitcoin that has people doing some crazy and strange things. But all right, I'm getting ready to get ready for this game. Hopefully the trend continues because each year that Alabama has had a Heisman winner, they've won the national championship. So look, we can hope that continues. So anyone that wants the free courses, the link is below. Anyone wants consulting, the link's below. Anyone wants the corporate toolbox, the link is below. So with that, you folks have a good night, and I will talk to you later.